witness the birth of a new story. The rise of heroes and the trials of darkness. The world lies upon the precipice of change. Will you stand or will you fall? Prepare yourself well, traveler, for fate is watching, and the stars are yours to claim.
What can be said about the mysterious elven ranger from the Feywild? Born in Aurora's Vale, the city of light, where magic defined the elven people, Altari Elunéth was born without it. Determined to prove her worth, she trained tirelessly with bow and blade, believing strength could be found beyond the arcane. But despite her efforts, she was only tolerated out of duty and never truly embraced by the Circle of Keepers, the powerful leaders of the Vale. In a defiant attempt to earn their respect, she faced the Keeper's trials. And though her death was assured, she survived against all odds. But Altari's victory was hollow in the death of the man who held her heart. Hardened by grief and forsaking the Keepers, Altari became a guardian, devoted to defending her people from the growing darkness beneath the earth. When the land was torn asunder by quakes and living shadows, she and her company sought the source in a long forgotten ruin. And it was here where Altari would be unmade. For within this ruin, they found an ancient artifact brimming with dark, divine magic. As shadows overwhelmed them, Altari destroyed the orb, only to be struck by a vision of Aurora's Vale consumed by darkness and ash. A deep, foreboding voice carved prophecy into her soul, and the magic of the orb marked her, changing her forever. The explosion of power tore the very fabric of reality, wrenching Altari from the Feywild and casting her through a rift into the material plane. Lost in this new world, Altari grew close to some unlikely companions. She was saved by Blaze, a steadfast paladin who had become her closest friend, and Visilva, the light in her life, cherished like a daughter. Yet, Altari remains haunted by the dark voice from her vision, and the fear that the light of her people will diminish into endless night. Altari now walks the line between light and shadow, uncertain of her future, but determined to carve her own path. With new magic pulsing beneath her skin, Altari only has more questions.
Have you heard of Dasan Thornhoof? No? Then you must listen well, for his is a story of courage, of battles fought beneath the open sky, and of a hunter who stood unshaken before the creatures of nightmare. Born in Serajani's pride, Dasan was different. While others played, he hunted. While others feared the shadows, he sought what lurked within. And so it was that before he had even seen his 15th year, he had already earned recognition from the Serajani elders. But the brighter the flame, the darker the shadow it casts. And none stood in that shadow more than his own brother. You see, on the night of Dasan's 16th ascension rite, Bradwarden, his brother, sought to end Dasan's life. The night should have been a time of celebration, but jealousy turned it into something else. A storm of anger rose from Bradwarden as he attacked Dasan, leading to a big fight. And when it passed, Dasan remained standing, his heart heavy with sorrow. For that same night, his brother was cast out, his voice carrying a promise of vengeance. But Dasan did not linger in the past. No, he set his sights on the world beyond, walking the path of the hunter, the slayer of beasts, wolves, bears, the restless dead, even a cyclops. No matter the foe, Dasan Thornhoof met them with steel in his grip and fire in his heart. They say the monsters feared him. They say his name travels faster than the wind. They say that when the land trembles, it is the hooves of Dasan leaving their mark on the beasts of Nocturne. But his story does not end there. Dasan is still out there hunting.
The name's Forlan Honeywittle, of the esteemed family of Honeywittles, and he needs no grand introduction, though he will gladly provide one. A halfling of unparalleled charm and wit, Forlan is a pirate of great renown, having once sailed beneath the banner of a legendary ship. However, such dark tales are best left in the past, for betrayal and mutiny have stained those memories. Yet Forlan has returned, wiser, bolder, and as dazzling as ever. The undisputed brains of an operation, the very essence of suave sophistication, a champion of drink, and a lion in heart and strength, and also in the sheets, if you know what I mean. Ladies adore him, men want to be him, so he claims. And who would dare disagree with this charismatic paladin? Now, he travels alongside trusted companions Altari, Visilva, Blaze, and of course, the radiant love of his life, the beautiful Shadow. Together, they embark on a journey of peril and promise, seeking adventure, fortune, and most importantly, Shadow's lost ship, the Obsidian. Through danger and revelry alike, Forlan Honeywittle remains as ever unforgettable. Chaos follows wherever he treads, whether by wit, charm, or sheer audacity, who can really say? So remember the name, for it shall be forever lingering in your thoughts, whispered in admiration, long after the adventure ends.
Black sails fluttering in salty winds, and waves kissing the belly of her ship. Her true name known by most and feared by all who sail the seven seas. But alas, this bliss is but a distant memory for Shadow, as betrayal strikes her in the back by her former second-in-command. Exiled and stripped of her title, a flicker of light is shown from within the ocean. Astridon, the new goddess of the sea, gave Shadow a second chance. Sassy, foul-mouthed, reasonable, and yet dependable, she became a cleric of the Tempest. Just as the tides are ever-changing, Shadow ran into an old foe who became her new partner in crime, and maybe in life, known as Forlan Honeywittle. Goals aligning and dreams growing, they set off to regain Shadow's true name and her legendary ship.
Visilva's story begins in Kandura, a world where magic is feared and nearly non-existent, except near the borders, where it seeps in from other realms. She was never meant to be there, not truly. A changeling child left behind in place of a stolen human infant. But Visilva was not alone. She and the stolen child shared a bond deeper than blood, an unbreakable psychic connection. They were sisters, two halves of the same coin, separated by fate. For the first few years of Visilva's life, she lived as any child would, unaware of her true nature. That changed when at the age of 5, she shifted for the first and only time. In a moment of innocent play, her form changed before the eyes of her friends. Fear swept through the village. Her family, the people she had trusted most, turned against her. She was cast out, abandoned on the streets. She survived alone, stealing to keep herself alive, unseen and unwanted. Years passed in the shadows, until a stranger arrived in town. He was the first person in years to show her kindness, and more than that, he carried magic with him. When he stepped through a portal into another world, a world where magic was not a curse, but a gift, Visilva followed. Now she walks a path between worlds, with 2 dreams guiding her steps, to be reunited with her sister and to find a family where she truly belongs.
So let's try again. Hello! Welcome to RollWithoutTrace. Roll without trace, there's no A. Don't know why I keep saying that. My name is Wayne, and I am your Dungeon Master. I do hope that everybody had an absolutely amazing week, and welcome back to tonight's session. But first, we greet the players. Hello, players.
Hi.
Hello, Tiaan.
Yes, Queen.
Slay.
Hope you all are having a great day out there. Anyway, we've got technical difficulty, so if anything does happen, please understand. We love you guys so much, and we know that you guys are not going to do anything, or you understand that we are still new, so we love you guys.
How's it going for your drum line?
It's fine. You can try. So, just before we do get into the meat of things, just our regularly scheduled, really big, massive thanks to the amazing people who have contributed to the channel. First and foremost, a very big thank you to our very own Stash, also known as the Fifth Swiss on all the socials, for all the amazing art that is on this channel, all hand-drawn and crafted in Blender and animated and all of those fun things. A very big thank you to OSAV Media for the really wonderful audios that you heard in the character bios and that you're going to hear very shortly in the little intro animation sequence. And of course, a very big thank you to Travis Savoy, who goes by RPG Music Maker, responsible for the sound that you're hearing right now and what you will be hearing throughout stream in the background as background music. Please go and show all of these people some love. The links to all their socials are down in the doobly-doos down below. Go and click on them, go and do things, go and just show them you appreciate the hard work that they put into making the amazing product that they make. But now, without further ado, just get ready to roll without trace. And we are back. Who would like to do last week's recap? Anybody?
Okay. I'll volunteer.
Alrighty.
Okay. So we started out with a little bit of a flashback or a futuristic view in a dark room with 7 lamps and 12 chairs and a person that's going to come to the Eternal Gardens, and he's going to cause a lot of damage to Forlan, either mentally, emotionally, or physically. We haven't discovered that quite yet. Then we venture back into the Eternal Gardens as we make our way to the mazes. On our way, we found a lovely field of flowers, which had a very, very strong, extremely sweet smell for the rest of the party, except our 2 natives, I want to say. Forlan also had a bit of a flashback of his old captain and all of that emotional trauma which happened. He also revealed a deep scar on his chest. And then him and Shadow had a little bit of a chat, and Shadow was able to calm him down, and now he's his merry self again. We also met 2 children that talked about the gardener, which we figured out is the llunarffae, who is in control of the gardens, and we are speculating that he might be the master that the leprechauns were talking about. The party is on their way to the gardener to gain more info about getting out and possible information about Orlando and Juliana. We also want to see if the leaves in the riddle actually mean physical leaves and if it might just be a metaphor. As we were on our way, we were approached by 6 massive wolves, and they were on fire. And merely asked us to step aside, and as we stepped aside, they walked past us all the way back to Blaze, which he's making a reappearance after a short rest. And I think that's it.
Short rest. Yes, a short rest is one way to phrase it.
From us.
Short rest from us. You are picking up there. Why are you not picking up here? But yes, so that is where we will pick up tonight. And first things first, welcome back to Blaze for tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. And
you're welcome.
Yes, we will pick up and with the, I'm sure it was 5, not 6 wolves. I can always throw another one on if need be. With the 5 wolves who had set themselves ablaze.
Huh?
Hey, funny. After telling you that, or after telling Visilva a little bit more specifically, that they're not here for the lot of you, but rather for him. And you all stepped aside and are now watching as these wolves are staring down Blaze. What would you guys like to do?
Visilva is just gonna run to Blaze.
I will unpause and then you can do that.
Being weird.
Forlan is going to look towards Blaze and say, "How are you here? Where did you come from? Are you really you?"
I assure you, this is the real me. How I got here, I am not quite sure. I entered just like you.
Visilva just like clings to him.
Ah, yes. Hello, little one. I am back.
Sobbing.
But what about you and death? Are you finished?
In a sense. What do you ask?
Can I roll insights? Purely just to check, because for Fallen's own mind, he needs to try and see if there's any lies or anything like that that is being made here. If anything that he's telling is got a hint of deception.
Yeah, sure. You can give me an insight check.
Altari's just scrutinizing him, just sort of like breathing and not really sure what to say or do, so she's just kind of standing there catatonic.
Right.
You look at her like straight into the eye, straight into her eyes.
That's 16.
From what you can tell, there doesn't seem to be any hint of deception.
Forlan looks at Blaze and says, "So were you following us this entire time?"
Perhaps. Perhaps I was. Perhaps I was not.
Canonically,
Perhaps our meeting here was by chance.
how long?
You've cut out there a bit. What did you say?
I said, how long has Blaze actually been gone, like, canonically?
A few days.
Couple of days.
I think you worked it out the other day. It was like 3 or so days.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
We immediately, Forlan looks at him and then looks to Altari and says, it doesn't seem like he's got anything that he's hiding from us. It just feels shocking that he's here.
Why would I hide something from my own members?
Why would you follow us and not make yourself known earlier if you were here?
Perhaps I have my reasons.
All of you.
Doesn't matter, Forlan. All that matters is he's back.
The lead wolf looks between Blaze and the others, resting their eyes on Altari as they sense the familiarity of a presence, working knowledge of the Feywild type. They feel a bit of a connection to you as they look towards you and kind of like gesture. He gestures his head towards Blaze. You know this creature.
Yes. Though I don't believe it.
What is it here for?
I cannot say. I do not know.
The wolf looks towards Blaze. This place of peace is no place for a creature stenching like you.
They just looks at the wolf, like almost like he just tilts his head. He's like almost intrigued by the words of the wolf. And who are you to decide what can survive here or not?
It's not about survival, rather who belongs. The gardener has deemed you unworthy.
I just want to point out that the wolves could probably bite your head off, so that they have a bit of a deal to do with survival.
So you say. However, we are four creatures before who have tried to take my head.
Were you sent by the gardener? I asked the wolves.
The gardener sent us to protect this place.
Insight
What
check.
gives you the sense?
Sure, give me an insight check while Stash is saying what Altari was saying.
What gives you the sense that he does not belong here, if he is who he says he is?
He reeks.
I mean, his hygiene might not be great, but that's no reason to kick him out.
There's an evil stench to him, marred with death.
Olin looks to Altari and says, Altari, may I ask the wolves a question?
Sure, I'm not stopping you.
Olin looks at the wolves and says, what? You say he smells of death. What difference is there from the rest of us?
Lack of justification. Senseless killing. Dasan, what was your insight check?
18.
With your 18, you do feel that these wolves are making a pretty persuasive argument.
I turn my attention to Blaze. Because I, first of all, do not trust wolves. But these wolves can speak, and they can be reasoned with. And they are the protectors of here, they claim.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at him, I look at the rest of the group, and I ask Altari, because she's the only one I know really. How do you know this person who just showed up here?
Altari looks to Dasan and you see sort of like a flash of pain across her eyes, and then sort of just she regains her composure, and then she looks back at Blaze. He was our friend, my friend, and he traveled with us for a while, and then he left, and he left us all behind.
More than a friend. Family.
Explains why the betrayal in my heart feels as strong as it does. No enemy can hurt you the way a friend can.
He didn't
Or
want to
family.
go. That made him go. The soul was just crying.
I still don't believe that he's truly here. I know the trickery of the Fae, and I know how this place can just weave illusions around reality. I still do not believe that you are really here.
You wish to touch my skin, to feel my presence, for I am truly here. I stand before you, my blades still upon me. I see, he looks at Visilva like, and I see you've kept my cloak.
I was just going to sort of like reach out tentatively, but then pull back. You're standing in front of me, and I can see you, I can hear your voice, and still some part of me wonders if I blink you'll be gone.
Trust in me as you have before.
Can I ask the wolves what they want from him?
He needs to go.
And if he doesn't?
We will make sure he does. It's his decision to leave with or without his life.
What if we were to keep eyes on him temporarily? Make sure he doesn't get up to anything that would endanger anyone or the gardens in any way.
Give me a persuasion check.
Why am I doing the talk?
Hey,
That's a 12.
that's better than what I rolled. The
Let's offer them some dog treats.
the ones towards the back kind of make a move, starting to, trying to edge forward. The alpha just kind of like turns his body to stop them. Are you taking responsibility for this creature's actions?
Even Visilva, who loves Blaze, is like, oh, I don't know if I want to be responsible for his actions. But impulsive.
What I will say is we'll guide him to the best of our abilities, and should he do something dishonorable, let him face the consequences as he knows the rules. But how the others may react, we'll only see if that happens. Normally, and how far am I from the alpha?
5-10 feet-ish. Somewhere within that range. You're welcome to decide exactly how close you are.
I want to walk closer slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Reaching my hand out, and I'm telling him, normally I kill your kind.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing that you are the protectors of this place, I feel you are more important than fur coats.
Kind of just watch you, waiting to see where this is going.
Additionally, if I may, we too wish to leave this place, but not until after we have found what we are looking for. This creature, as you call him, is one of us. He may reek of death, but he is not death. He is only a pawn of that which you speak of. And while we do not profess to hold any sort of... We are not responsible for the actions of others. No one here is. And we cannot be held responsible for future actions that he may perform, but we are here with a mission and we wish to leave peacefully. No one here has shown any sort of malicious intent beyond finding the couple that we look for, Juliana and Orlando, we only seek them and we seek to return them safely to their families. As soon as we find them, we all wish to leave, all of us, alive. That is all I ask.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. They're already quite well worked on, so it's not an incredibly high DC.
What is it? Persuasion?
Persuasion, yes.
23.
Jeez.
Jeez.
You see as the flames that engulf the wolves slowly subside, not entirely, kind of still just burning like a fire that is being left to burn throughout the night. There's little wisps of flame that still dance across their body. Fine. But know this. Any destruction and death brought to this place by it shall be on your heads. You shall be the ones to answer for his actions.
We heed your words. We mean not to disrespect the Master, nor this place, nor the sanctity of any of the desert denizens here.
You watch as he turns to blaze. You see the flames kind of just like, they don't like immediately erupt, but you see them kind of just like, almost like you've blown onto a fire. They just kind of peak up a little bit. Turns away and he starts walking, the rest of the wolves parting so that he can pass, and leads them away. You see in the ground where he's walking, you see these paw prints that he leaves behind. Ones of...
The wolves or Blaze?
The wolves.
Okay.
The paw prints that the wolves leave behind, kind of like each paw print chars itself into the ground. Little bits of amber still visible in them as they have these like very faint wispy bits of smoke. But before the next wolf will have kind of crossed over, you see they already start fading away. So it's very much just like, you know, like these ghostly footprints that appear but disappear very shortly after. It's just these scorched paw prints. As they...
Altari's thinking in her head, you speak of destruction and leave destruction in your own wake.
make their way... away.
I'll turn to Blaze again and just like hold out my hand and say, are you really here? Is this really the truth that I'm seeing?
Blaze extends his hand and then takes out his amulet, in which the necklace she gave him twined. I assure you, I am very much real.
Are you going to leave us again?
That is something I would prefer not to do.
Gonna hug you tighter.
Altari's going to give him a hug as well. Just hug both of you.
Blaze embraces them back, and it looks quite happy to see them.
If this is a dream, I do not want to wake.
Oh. do you guys like to do? Got the world is your oyster, as they would say.
I want to approach the new dude.
Says the new dude.
And, hey, he's new to me. And,
Blaze turns to Dasan and is like, "What are you?"
Oh, we've had
Not a
some-
murmur.
this is
We're
long.
not doing this again.
We are not going through this again.
I am a Tortor. There's a lot of time to explain this. But I guess it's a pleasure to meet you. Any friend of Altari is okay in my books. Until they're not. Which has never happened before.
Forlan looks at Dasan and says, "Oh, everyone?"
Yes, she normally chooses good company.
I'll just smile back at you.
You're the exception, Fallen, don't worry.
Your name is Blaze, right?
It would appear so, yes.
Can you do the same trick the wolves just did? If not, you need to learn that trick. It would just go so well with your name.
He makes a
No,
good
I
point.
can set my... But I can make my blade burn like the seven hells.
I'm confused. Can't Forlan do the same?
No, that is called... No, those are from diseases.
Right, it really is you.
I look at with that statement. I look at Forlan. I look back at Blaze, and I look at Forlan. I understand now. I understand.
Forlan, for a moment, his brain, he was completely like distracted by something that flew by, and he says, "Huh? Sorry. What happened?"
I understand why you two are always at each other's throats.
Metaphorically,
Oh.
you mean?
Forlan looks at Dasan and says, "Rudy boy over here is always getting on my last nerve. Doesn't want to do anything fun."
Now.
What was that, Visilva?
We have cute nicknames for each other.
I'm sorry, he gave me a nickname.
I'm not aware of this.
Well, you have a cute nickname for him then.
Visilva, you perplex me sometimes.
I get used to it.
I still don't understand how you're here. If you've been following us, why not, as Fallen said earlier, I don't understand why not just show yourself.
I have my reasons.
And why hide those reasons?
Would it do this? Would it do you any good if I were to tell you?
Probably not. Other than just set my mind at ease.
All you need to know is that I am here now.
Forlan steps forward and says, "While everybody has their reasons, does not excuse the fact that you decided to leave. Unfortunately for you, everything..." Forlan looks to Altari and says, "Everything that happened, while not chaotic as it usually is, left a lot of breakages. It's not just simple to leave and not give reason. Blaze, I hope you do understand that. We understand there's a reason why you left. But I hope from our side you also understand that every single one of us, there was something that was missing. And although it was only a few days, it took time.
Oh, you saying you missed me?
No. I'm not just saying we missed you. I'm saying that we all took time and we needed to adjust, and we still had not adjusted. Now you show up and you're saying that you have secrets. We all have secrets, yes. But when we entered this, when we agreed to travel together, yes, we kept our secrets. But things have changed. And you walking out on us was not easy to deal with.
The reason for my arrival will be revealed with time. All I ask is just as before, that you trust me.
You see,
I never let you down before.
that's the funny thing about having secrets. The whole trusting thing starts becoming not an option. So I will ask you blatantly, and I expect you to answer me just honestly. Your reasons for reappearing and disappearing, does it have any influence on us, and will it bite us in the ass later?
Perhaps it will. Perhaps it will not.
It's not a fucking answer.
I'm uncertain.
Whatever it is you need to do, is it going to anger the wolves?
No, because we are not going to
There are
cause
many
destruction.
things that I do that anger people. But
What was that?
destroying something. Which part? Was that the thing or what I was saying?
What you were saying?
There are
Actually,
many
stat.
things that I do. There are
All
many
it's just
things that I do that I
Blaze, whatever it is, while we may have your back for the most part, if anything happens that puts anybody in this group in jeopardy, Altari, Shadow, Dasan, Visilva.
Hey, what's this for me? You already
You
just
know
said
as
it.
well as anybody that putting Visilva in risk of danger is the last thing that I would ever do.
Then make sure that your
Thank you.
reasoning for coming back was good so that it does not have to have her suffering, or any of us as well.
Can I walk to Blaze? Put my hand on his shoulder. Don't know how many Forlans Blaze is.
Blaze just gives him the stink eye looking at it. Like, looking at where he's touching the, looks at Dasan's face.
It's 3.1,
don't-
but 2.1 Fallens.
2.1 Forlans. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna even care about the stink eye. As I've got my hand on your shoulder,
Yeah, he's looking at the hand.
I don't know you.
Dasan's face.
That sounds taller than you.
Yeah, like just a little bit. I don't know you. We just met. I don't know why you're here, what business it is, or why they keep referring death when they talk about you. I think there's a lot to unpack in this group. But I just want to remind you, there are innocents living here, day to day. And I wouldn't want any harm to come their way because of someone they've never met.
Oh, that goes for all of us, doesn't it, Dasan?
Pretty much. How familiar are you with the rules of this place?
If this is anything like the Farwell that Altari speaks of, not much.
It's very simple. Don't give out your name, don't make any deals, and never say thank you.
Yeah,
but
sounds pretty much, I think, Blade.
You ask.
And most importantly, whatever you do, be polite.
Oof.
Because, and I look at everyone. I'm like, because, are you always this ominous?
Mavinan, you ask for our trust. We ask for yours. Equally and unconditionally. This place is dangerous. As much as it is beautiful, it does not play nice. The rules are not there for joy and complacency. The rules are literally life and death in a place like this. So, if you want my trust, I need yours. We need yours. For all of us. For Visilva. We need to all just play along.
And you shall have my trust, as you have always had.
And you shall have mine.
My axe.
Yeah.
And you have my bow.
Now, Dasan, is it? Would you be so kind as to remove your hand from my shoulder?
Okay. Need a hug.
At least he's got the polite thing down.
I honestly
It's
think
just like-
only Altari and I are allowed to hug him.
We'll work on that.
And it just like sweeps the part where it's like brushes over the part where Dasan was touching him.
As
Nothing to it. I don't like it when people touch me.
Oh, okay, noted. And then as Visilva said, only she and Altari is allowed to hug him. I turn around and I walk like 2 steps away and I tell Altari, you know, this place, copying your mood, we might be facing a thunderstorm in a few seconds.
I'm trying to keep it together. Can't say the same for everyone else, but trying.
Now, what is this about looking for a lost couple?
Well, we did come here with a purpose, and when we stopped in Cybar after the whole ordeal with the crystals, there was a general there that asked us kindly if we could locate her missing daughter and her lover. They'd run off together,
Was the
what,
governor?
2 years ago? Governor. We were asked to locate them, considering that they had a lead on a place that felt very Fae. And we were led here.
And this leads
We have yet to
here.
we have yet to find them.
Perhaps the
And
wolves got them.
the wolves do not mean this place harm. They're only sentinels, guardians of the peace.
Yes, but from what it sounded, almost as if you hadn't eaten an invite to enter.
And if we were invited, we should behave as good guests. Seek what we seek.
Looks at me as yet, Forlan. Yes, good guests.
I don't know what you were looking at me for. Unfortunately for you, I've been on my best behavior.
Ah. So you do keep promises.
Here. Everywhere else.
I'm just remembering your time on the ship.
Blaze.
Never remembering my time.
Forlan, would you be so kind as to give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
That's not fun. 10.
You start to hear what sounds like chains rattling, as if they were tied around somebody's, as if somebody was shackled and had broken their shackles and was walking, and now you're hearing the chains just. You start to smell brimstone. And you start to just hear this very far away echoed
Forlan looks around and trying to find the source of this noise. Do I see anything?
Give me a perception check.
That is a 22.
As you're frantically looking around, you see off in the distance one of the denser patches of tree, bits of shrubbery in there too. You see that start to kind of rattle and move as if something is pushing through it.
Is it on the map closer to the bottom, or?
If we're just using the map as reference, it would be closer to the bottom, so in the southernish direction.
Okay, so like here where my mark is?
More or less, yes, but not like forget the map scale for a second, but yes, more or less like that.
Yeah. Okay. Forlan, having the sense of familiarity, the sound, the smell, the voice. I'm assuming obviously I would have familiarity with this. Right?
Definitely.
He's going to draw his blade and step back, just reaching behind him, because he would have spun around to look towards where he would have seen this, and shadows behind me, right?
Hold on. Let me do this. Let's swap you over to this one.
Okay.
Just to give you a bit more of a activate.
Oh.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
So the sound you heard would
The
be
map is
coming.
in HD now.
I don't want that. I can never
From
remember
Anybody
what
else
you
like
think.
blink
But
and
yes,
just
more
feel
or
like
less there where
everything
you
became a lot
are
clearer?
right now.
Okay. Then Fallen's gonna step around and there and block. Just gently placing one hand, reaching behind him, placing one hand behind his back and trying to place it next to Shadow's hand as he draws his sword.
Fallen, is everything all right?
You see, well, actually you don't see, but you will hear in Fallen's voice the harsh shaking as he cannot leave, like his vision cannot leave that point where he saw the tree shaking as he hears the sound, and he says, "Everybody step back. Step back now."
Blaze pushes Visilva behind him and draws his dread helmet with the other hand.
Fallen looks at Shadow and he finds Shadow's hand and gently gives it a squeeze and says, "My lady, please step back."
Okay.
Fallen stays where he is.
You see the bushes shaking a little more, as if whatever it is seems to be getting closer.
He draws his axe as well and ignites flame tongue. And he says, "What are you doing here?
I'll grab my bow.
You're not real. You are not real. You are supposed to be dead."
You watch or not you watch. You hear no response. The sounds of the chains rattling and such almost having fully just vanished, whether it is actually gone or just out of your own focus now, so focused on the bush itself, you're unsure. The shrub shaking more fervently now to the point where everyone can actually see something is moving inside of this. But no response.
Fallen feels Shadow not directly behind him, and he steps further back. Just enough so that he knows she's nearby. And he says under his breath, "I will be by your side, my lady." And then he looks at the spot again and says, "What are you? Because you cannot be him. He's dead."
The bushes vibrate and shake more, and your stare on it growing more and more intense until it feels as if the rest of the world has disappeared. As a figure leaps out from the bushes.
Eh?
A figure leaps out from the bushes.
Ah.
Please tell me it's a cute bunny rabbit.
And beaten to the punch, landing in front of you is indeed just a little rabbit. Its nose kind of twitching, whiskers as it just like hops around, looking for some food. Finds a little rock, like knocks it over, pulls up some of the leaves from under it and just sitting there, just enjoying its little leaves.
Gracious
Forlan,
smiles under the dread helmet.
Are you sure you're all right?
Forlan, he stands for a moment with his... You can see on his fists the veins just popping from the small sliver of skin. You can see where his armor meets his gloves, and he says, "Can't be. I know that sound. I know that smell. You saw it." And he turns around to look at everybody. "You saw it as well. Surely you saw it. You could smell that."
What, the rabbit?
Would we pick up on anything smell-wise or sound-wise that's not really Fae, or something akin to what he might be describing?
The only thing describing that you would have noticed is the bushes trembling.
Mm.
I mean, we
But he
also
mentioned
smelled
a
the
smell.
stuff earlier.
No smells outside of what you've been smelling. No
Outside of the
sounds.
flowers.
Yeah, nothing that's unusual. Well, nothing unusual for where you are right now.
Yeah. I'm going to go forward to Forlan and just sort of kneel in front of him and put both my hands on his shoulders. Forlan, look at me.
After
I don't know what you...
second,
I don't know
he
what
turns
you...
and says, "Sorry."
I don't know what you're seeing or what you're feeling. But you're here with us, and we are real. Whatever's out there, I know it feels real. I'm not saying that it isn't. But trust in us and know that we are here. This is real.
Forlan places one hand on one of the hands that's Altari has on his shoulders and says, "I don't know what is going on. I hear him. His scent is nagging at my senses. I hear his voice."
Who do you hear?
You see Forlan close his eyes and bow his head. "My old captain. I sense him. But he shouldn't be here." He opens his eyes and looks up at you, and then at Shadow and back, and says, "He died. The night of the ship. The night he went mad. He died with the ship."
Remember what this place does to your mind. Whatever you went through, whatever the memory is, how painful it is, it's just a memory. This place is alive with magic. Hmm?
This place is messing with your head, Fallen. It's not real.
Whatever you're feeling is probably fueled by this place. I don't want to dismiss what you're feeling either, because I can see that the fear in your eyes is real. But trust in us. Trust what you can see. I'll look to Shadow for some, reinforcements here.
Visilva's gonna walk up to Fallen, and she's gonna be like, Fallen, this place doesn't want us to leave. It's probably messing with our head because it knows that you're the one who's gonna be able to get us out of here if you can think clearly. So we're trying to be nice.
This place does feed on emotions and pain.
Will slowly nod his head and smile at Altari and at Visilva. And then sheath both of his weapons. You're right. You're right. He wasn't there before on the last instance. I know if he were here, nothing good can come from him. Nothing. He brings
deal with
nothing
it.
but pain and torture wherever he goes. I know this. I've seen it firsthand. He's a betrayer.
Fallen, I have seen what you are capable of. If you escaped this man before, and you say that he's dead, there's no way he could be here. Especially not in this place. Here of all places. This is a place of peace.
Fallen shakes his head immediately. I did not escape him, Altari. Not once did I manage to escape. Because I fought. I fought for what I could. I fought. And he killed every single one of them. Including his family.
Did he kill you?
You see Fallen look at Shadow. Every single one of them. He killed our crew. He killed his people we called brethren. And his own wife and child. And then he killed me. So if I even know next to that filthy bastard even managed to get out of there alive. Mark my words, Altari. I will bring his life to an end. Waste. There's nothing could ever bring peace to what he did.
So sorry you had to go through that. I'm so sorry for everything that you had to experience and everything that he did to you. But you are here now. You are with us. You are strong. You are a fighter. You have overcome even death. And that is no small feat. You do not understand how remarkable you are. If you are standing here with us and you are not an illusion, you are real, and I know you are. You are not alone. Whatever it takes, whatever happens, you have your friends with you. You are strong. And we stand behind you. And he cannot touch you. He can try. But we will stop at nothing to help you see this to a proper end. Do you hear me? These memories that haunt you, they are just memories. And if they do resurface as more than just that, especially in a place like this, we stand together and we drown them.
You see, as you say, we drown them. Fallen, like a tear falls from his eye, and he immediately just nods.
I'm going to wipe his tear away with my thumb. Hey, you listen to me. You are strong. Whatever grip he has over your heart and the strength in your soul, do not let him have that over you. Do not let him hold any sway over who you are.
Fallen can't say anything, just nods.
I'll just pull him into a hug.
Fallen hugs you back. And eventually finds the sound in his voice as he says, "Thank you, Altari."
That's what we do, isn't it? We stand by each other, and I'll look at Blaze with a smile.
It's gonna be super awkward if this Captain Rooney actually is here.
Fallen looks up
Oh,
at
but
Shadow.
it'll be just...
Fallen looks up at Shadow and smiles. And he nods, always.
Forlan.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, God. Does a 28 hit?
Ah!
Dun, da, da, da.
What do you mean?
I think you and I both know the answer to that question.
It does not hit.
This isn't Aaron D&D where you can just say that and it's true.
Yeah, that's true. It's true this time.
As you look to Shadow and you say what you have said, you all hear this loud crack. You hear this loud crack that echoes through the gardens. For a moment, it seems as if it was just some sound before you hear another one. And I will assume a 21 will also hit.
Yeah.
After 7, 13, you'll hear, or after the second crack, Fallen, you feel this sharp pain in your back as if something has just stung you. Something has dug into your skin. You feel it starting to burn you from the inside. You are going to take 17 points of piercing damage. And 6 points of fire damage.
What the hell was that? What is happening?
6 points, you said, right?
17 piercing, 6 fire, yes.
Okay, so 23. Altari, you feel the hands, like Fallen's hands on your back. As that happens, his fingers dig deep into your skin as he gives like a serious wince in pain, and he wants to let out a shout, but he can't. His body frozen as he feels like his muscles taut.
Do we actually see anything or just hear?
At this point, you just heard it.
So we just hear a noise and then see Fallen in pain.
Mm-hmm.
Fallen, what is happening?
I think it might not all be in his head after all.
As Visilva says that, you all start to hear the sounds of chains rattling in the not so distant distance. You hear it sounds as if these chains are getting closer. Whilst you don't hear footsteps necessarily, you can almost feel each footstep as the chains just clank and rattle away. You hear the slow laughter building up. Oh. As the smell of brimstone starts to enter everybody's nostrils. And
Blaze immediately sticks his sword into the ground and straps his shield to his arm, and then picks his sword up again and he kind of spins in the air, like anticipating for a fight.
Fallen also looses his hands and goes down for his weapons.
You hear a voice coming from the same direction where the little rabbit hopped out of earlier. Well then, thought it was going to take a lot longer to find you in this place. Thankfully you smell. You reek of failure.
Fallen turns around.
Takes one to know one. Show yourself.
You hear the footsteps continue to grow closer as you see a rather large human male dressed in a black BP suit, black trench coat hanging down to his ankles, seeming to be reloading what looks like a flintlock pistol. As he clips it back on his belt, you notice that his face is obscured by this rather wide hat. What? No words to say to your old captain, Forlan?
No.
Fallen does not have any frightening, obviously because I'm a halfling, no frightening conditions and all that, but Fallen's just gonna look with anger upon him. What the fuck are you doing here? You're fucking dead.
I
Go
could
be
say the
dead where you're
same
supposed to
about
be.
you.
apparently the god chose me to be worthy. Unlike your wretched soul.
You're right. The gods didn't choose me as worthy. I had something much more special to choose that for me. And you watch as you see his boots slowly start being engulfed by flames. The flames almost like serpents wrapping up his legs and his body before he is entirely engulfed in flame. I learned a new trick or two. I'd like you all to roll for initiative.
Can Shadow reaction jump in between this guy and Forlan, please?
Natural 20!
Sure. I'll allow it.
Thanks.
Oopsie.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Forlan safe. You think you've changed. Everything you do seems the same. How boring.
Alright, initiatives 20 plus.
25.
Jesus,
20.
okay, I was not expecting so many, Christ. Okay, let's narrow it down a little bit. 23 and up.
25.
So we go up. Altari, 20 to 23.
Shadow has 21.
Forlan?
Forlan has 20.
Oh, well, the rest will be relatively easy, having knocked half the party out, my lord. 15 to 19. Okay. 10 to 14. Jesus, complete opposite ends of the scale. 5 to 9?
I gotta say,
9.
Dasan?
I think Dasan might be missing.
Oh, that's...
That sounds like, what the fuck is going on?
Alright, we will add him into the order when he is back.
I'm here, I'm muted, I did not know.
You're
I got a
muted.
4.
A 4, okay, so you do go right at the bottom in anyway. Okay. Altari, you're kicking us off.
Okay, I'm going to do something that I have never done before, so this is going to be very interesting to see how this works. I would like to Hunter's Mark him,
Okay,
and then I would like to cast Chill Touch.
sure.
So,
No, sorry, go on. I'm just trying to understand because...
sorry.
Okay, OBS is being very weird
Chill
tonight.
Touch is a cantrip.
I will
Yeah?
listen to you now. To everyone watching, I apologize. I don't know what is going on with OBS, but things are not updating because the battle maps that you're seeing are frozen. So, yeah, you're not seeing what's actually going on. I'm just seeing that now. Things are not syncing up. So, we're going to... Okay, hold on, there you go. I think I fixed it. Let me just move him and... Alright, that seems to be sorted. Sorry, as you were. Apologize for that.
Okay, well, so Hunter's Mark first, and then so I'm going to just extend my left arm and just essentially mark him in my head with a hunter's mark, and then I'm feeling the cold energy from this new arcane that I've been feeling in my core, just sort of pooling at my fingertips. And even though Altari is wearing long sleeves, you can still see, like, around the edge of her wrists, the tattoos lighting up with a soft glow. And then she's going to just flick her wrist, and like this mist sort of like coalesces around her hand, and you just see the spectral bony hand just like launch forward with icy tendrils and just grip into, well, attempt to grip into the dude.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me a...
oh wait, I rolled the wrong fucking thing. Sorry. Oh, that's a natural fucking 20!
Jesus. Okay, yeah.
So I rolled the other things, the effects dice first, the damage dice first. So does the 23 hit?
Well, yes, a natural 20 will always hit.
Fuck yeah. So that will be a fuck ton of damage, which is not really. That will be, hang on. There's that one, and there's... Fuck, which one did I cast now? That'll be 29 points of damage.
Damn.
That's including a hunter's mark?
Yes.
Okay. With hunter's mark, that makes sense. Without it, I was going to question how you got to that, but with hunter's mark, I fully get it.
Yeah. It's 4d10 and 1d6.
4d10. Oh, scales with level. Never mind. I forgot about the level scaling part. I just remember the D10.
No, it's usually 2d10, but for some reason here it's saying 4d10. I wonder if it's because of the natural 20.
That would be why, yes.
Yeah, because it's usually 2d10, but it's yeah. As soon as I got the nat 20, it changed on
yeah, it automatically changes it.
See?
Yeah, no,
I'm good at dice to do math.
Chill Touch is a D10, which is what I have in my head, but I forget that it goes to 2d10 after level 5 until the next. That's why I was just like, how the fuck did it get to 29? But okay, no, that makes... I forgot about that. Okay, so...
And Hunter's Mark was only at level 1.
Yeah. All right, you watch your bony ass, cold ass hand just reaching out and just hitting him, and he does not look very happy about it.
So that's going to be necrotic damage, by the by.
Yes. That is correct. Anything
Place
else?
myself in defense mode and end my turn.
All right. I attack your face down card. You have fallen for my trap. Mirror Force. Shadow, you are up.
Oh no. Oh yes.
Okay. Shadow would like to cast Call Lightning.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
So a storm cloud appears at the point within range that you can see above yourself. It takes shape in a cylinder that is 10 feet tall and 60-foot radius.
Okay. Where are you casting this thing?
Okay. So like right in front of me.
Put your little marker where your mouse, where's your mouse? Put that where you plan on casting it.
Like, okay, can you see where it is?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so like there.
Are you sure? Because remember, this thing is a 60-foot radius. So that means a 60-foot radius from where you're casting it, which means all y'all are probably going to be calling this.
Okay. Hang on.
Yeah, there's your radius. That's why I'm asking, are you sure you want to cast this? Because you can't cast it that it's like, yeah. like just like catching the back of him, but
sorry, it's me. Okay, no, yeah, cast it there because I can choose where the lightning bolt shoots from, so the others aren't actually each creature within 5 feet of that point. Okay.
that is correct.
So please go with my original placement.
Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna put it because I know the entirety of the map is practically covered except for one corner up in the arse end of the northwest.
Okay, and then it also says if you're outdoors in a storm, when you call the spell gives you control over the storm. So I'm guessing there's not a storm.
No, there is not a storm.
No problem. So it's a concentration spell, so I don't know if you want to put that in your notes for 10 minutes. And it's a dex save of 13.
Fucking hell.
Let's do this. 13.
I don't know about that, eh?
Just set this to that. Save. And then we say apply and sorry, dex save of 13. What is my body's dex? Yeah, that is a glorious fail.
So then you get full damage.
Oops.
Earth damage.
No, full damage. Sorry, just gave it. That is 24 points of lightning damage.
Jesus fucking Christ. Maths is... Oh, that's actually... Fucking hell, okay. That is definitely damage.
And Shadow's turn.
Alright, and this thing has gone back to not wanting to update, so I don't understand what is going on. I do apologize. I'm going to switch back for viewers. I'm switching back to the other one because I do not know what is going on with OBS tonight. I do apologize. It was working before we started streaming when I was testing everything, and now it's not. So my apologies. We will have it sorted for next week. Let's just transition back to that. Okay. Anything else from your turn?
No, I'm done.
Right. Forlan.
Forlan's gonna Forlan's going to step next to Shadow and he's going to use Flame Tongue to make an attack.
Sure.
That is +6. 15?
15 will unfortunately not hit. As you swing in, you just, like, with this very smooth motion, just reaches into his heel, pulling out one of his scimitars and just smacking your blade.
Still ever the fucking fighter as usual. And he immediately attempts a strike.
You do have 2 attacks.
With his hand axe.
Alright.
Nat 20 plus 6.
What the fuck is up with the old fucking natural 20s? Good lord.
If I roll another one tonight, I win D&D, right?
well, yes, that hits.
That's... Do I do 1d6 plus 3, correct?
Yeah, because it's your second attack, you're not making an offhand attack. So it's
Yeah.
1d6 plus whatever modifier plus 6 for the full damage dice of a natural 20.
And also I would like to imbue it with, use a bonus action to imbue it with Thunderous Smite.
Sure.
So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 11 points of damage.
How much?
21.
21.
Yeah.
It's 7, so... Okay.
Fallen also, when he does that, he says, I hope when you finally feel the taste of my, or taste the steel on my blade, that you will fucking understand that you belong in the depths of hell for what you have done, you fucking monster.
Anything else from your turn?
No, that's it.
You say that and you are only met with the laugh that you have come to know and hate. And he just starts laughing. Pulling out his second scimitar. And he takes his first strike. Shadow. The first strike is a 24 to hit. Which I am assuming does hit.
Yes. Sorry, did you not hear me?
Ah, sorry, I think it just cut up. So that's going to be plus. That's 10 points of damage from the first attack. It's going to take a second attack for a 29 to hit.
Yes.
That's worse. That's 8 points of slashing damage, technically. Sorry, I didn't mention that if it does make a difference. And he will, in his flurry, make his third attack for a 32 to hit.
On his last one, he wasn't able to move.
What's that?
Is Fallen able to jump in front of the third attack?
Do you have anything that allows you to do these things? Because
I only thought because I still haven't.
yeah, but it's normally with things that don't require feats, I can, say like, sure, but blocking attacks for others is a specific feat that things get.
No, if not, then okay.
And this one will be 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay, what's my con save that I need to throw for you because I have concentration?
Nothing. Well, it's a 10 because nothing was much higher than that. So you throw you'll have to technically roll 3, but only if you keep saving. So make your first one.
Okay. Oh, fuck. I'm shaking. It's not even funny. Okay, that's a 22.
Okay, make another one for the second attack.
Okay, that is a 17.
Okay, it's up, and the last one for the final attack.
That is a 16.
All right, you will still be keeping your spell up. However, you are going to be making one more because you and Forlan being within his vicinity, having that heat just radiating onto you, you are both going to take really fucking dice. You're going to take 6 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And that's him.
I don't like him.
You think I do?
Okay, that's him. Visilva, you are up.
Okay. I have an idea. Just don't know if it's gonna work. I will complete frozen. I want to try and pause. Where did it go now? Sorry. Phantasmal Force.
Yeah.
And I want to make there where like next to Forlan, another Forlan appear.
Okay.
And it's an intelligence save of 16.
Intelligence save of 16. That's a 17. Sorry that I have Travis selected, so ignore who rolled it, but the result is correct.
No, I feel like you should re-roll it.
Oops. The 17 stands.
Okay, then I suppose that's all I could do from where I am.
Okay. Sorry.
Not sure. Ruined all my plans.
I always feel so bad when the caster does something and you're just like, yeah, I'll make the save, and then like, oh well, fuck, then I've got nothing else to do. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not like I've only got 2 spell slots as well, so.
Yeah, it's even worse when it's a warlock. But you get yours back much faster than anyone else. Blaze.
Blaze is gonna charge straight at the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Just move my shelf quickly. And I'm gonna enact a Vow of Enmity on him, which gives me advantage against my rolls, or my attack rolls against him.
Sure.
Okay, and let me just get here to the actions. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take. Blaze is gonna swing with his long sword. Wait, that's wrong button. Ignore that roll wasn't with advantage. Yep, just. Because that's a 15.
That will not hit.
Okay, let's try that. He's gonna try and slash at him again.
Sure.
Let's. 16.
16 will also unfortunately not hit.
Oh damn it!
Not only did we roll low on initiative, we were rolling stuck as well.
Come on, boys.
Right.
Yeah, so you watch Blaze charging in, just taking 2 rapid swings of the sword, and almost without... No, that's a lie. He almost doesn't block it, but he manages to throw his scimitars up, deflecting both shots. Dasan.
Oh,
Hi. I have lots of questions. First, I'm gonna run in to meet him in the field. I have lots of movement, so I'm just gonna say I go there because I have 50-foot movement.
Yeah.
And first question, what ability am I using to make a melee attack with my trident?
What do you mean? What ability are you using?
I need to like strength, dex, con, that kind of things.
Oh, I was like, it's not an ability you get. It's just it's a melee attack. You can just do it.
Ability score.
No, I'm with you now. It would be. It's not finesse. It's technically your strength.
Strength. Okay.
I think. Hold on. So, yeah, it would be your strength because it's not a finesse or light weapon.
Okay. Then, first things first, I'm going to use one of my hunter's marks on him with my bonus action.
Damn, dude is proper marked.
He is identified. And with that, I don't know if I want to not use this for role-playing purposes, but it is there. It says I can... Anything that is marked by my hunter's mark, I know whether the creature has immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
I'm assuming when you know it, you're just going to tell everybody, so I can just say it.
Yes.
Yeah, you very much know that he is very much immune to fire, considering the fact that he himself is on it.
Okay, makes sense. If we pee on him, does that work? Does it do extra damage?
No, the only immunity or resistance or vulnerability, anything like that he has is immunity to fire damage.
Okay, so, okay, cool. Now that that's out of the way, now the action can begin. I'm going to try and whack this dude with my trident.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Does a 19 hit?
Okay, finally, after being distracted, or after besting Forlan's 2 strikes, immediately turning and laying 3 shots into Shadow, turning his attention almost as he's pulling the scimitar out from Shadow, the last of the scimitar blades out from Shadow, immediately turning to deflect 2 strikes from Blaze. You are the first one to land a melee shot as you manage to ram your trident into him.
Yeah, then I need him to do a DC 15 con save.
Con.
14 plus 1 is 15.
That's an 11. Ah, fuck her up with these goddamn rolls.
Okay, so he's not prone while I'm working out damage. So there's a lot going into this. Don't ask me why I did this. 15 plus... that was with Colossus Slayer. Then I need to add the D6 for Hunter's Mark. Another 2. Then... we got that. Okay, so that's 17 piercing damage. And he is knocked prone.
Mm-hmm.
So, question. Oh, that's from my trident. If he fails the con save, he is knocked prone.
Sure.
And then my second attack is basically going to be rinse and repeat. And do I get advantage?
He is prone, so I do believe you do.
Okay. We are in. 26. I think that hits.
Jesus Christ. Yes, that hits. This is
So
crazy.
lots of maths happening, like a lot of maths happening. Okay, so that's 16 plus. I don't think the hunter's mark lands on the second attack. Let me just confirm.
Should do. Or is it once per turn?
Okay, Colossus Slayer is once per turn, so that's only 8. And then I just want to see the hunter's mark thing again. Why do we build complicated characters?
It's whenever you hit with an attack roll.
Okay, so that's 8 plus 1d6 is 2, so it's another 10 piercing damage. And just in case, I want to say that it is non-lethal.
All right, it's not, but
I'm just saying.
I feel like the sun's poking him with a fork.
Oh, it's piercing. I see piercing. It's not non-lethal. I see.
Yeah, but we could always say that instead of stabbing him, you're smacking him with the flat side.
Like hitting his neck like between the prongs of your trident or something, like skewering him non-lethally.
Okay, and then that would be my long turn. Sorry, guys.
Hey, you did damage. Well done.
Altari, we are back up with you.
Okay, I'm going to shoot this guy. Because, yeah, magic is weird, so I'm going to just go back to what I know.
He is prone, so you will have disadvantage on your ranged attacks.
Disadvantage? Okay, hang on.
Yeah, you only get advantage on attacks against them being prone if you are within 5 feet of them.
Sorry, 5 feet. Can you imagine just standing there? I'm going to shoot you, motherfucker.
Yes, but then your ranged has disadvantage within 5 feet, so either way, ranged weapons against prone is disadvantage.
Yeah, plus he's crowded, so...
Yeah.
Okay, well that's still a motherfucker amount, so it's 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
It's either 22 or 27, pick one. So...
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so that's fucking shit. Plus, hang on. That one, plus that one. Oh my god, why is math hard? Okay, that's 12 points of damage. That's pathetic. I want to use magic again.
12 points.
Yes. And then, I'm going to attack him again. Again and again. I'm going to shoot him again. And that is a natural 20 and a natural 19. So 28 or 29. Pick one. I got a natural 20!
It doesn't count as a natural 20 because you have disadvantage, so you do not...
I know, but I got a natural 19.
I'm making the joke of you do not... I'm making the joke of you do not win D&D. That's where that was going.
Your win.
Your win has been rebuked. It was a disadvantage, damn it. Roll damage.
Well, the 28 hits.
Yes, the 28 hits. Fucking hell.
Okay, so that's that one. It's you. Math is hard. 16 points of damage.
Alright, yeah. You
died.
Both your arrows just did very nicely.
One in each shoulder. Pinning him to the ground.
Anything else from your turn?
I would like to take a step back, closer to Visilva, and Slightly further from, the hot man.
Sure.
Oh, man.
Not in the fun way. Just, the burning man.
Burning man. Alright, Shadow, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to step away from him and risk a opportunity attack. There.
He's prone. I don't think he can.
He can, but it's with disadvantage.
Oh.
And that, okay, I know that will hit. That's a 20-something, 21 to hit. But that's the first one, hold on. And then with the okay, yeah, no, never mind. The disadvantage, he misses.
Okay. Then I would like to do another lightning bolt, and then I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Since I cannot cast 2 leveling spells at on the same turn, since this spell is already up, can I still heal myself afterwards or not?
Give me 1 second. Call lightning. Because if it's a thing that's just staying up and you just activate, then yes. But if it's something that requires you to do, then no. So let me just see. Until you can take a magic action. So no, you can't. So if where it says until the spell ends, you can take a magic action to call down lightning. If it didn't say that, if it just said and like on each turn you can use a bonus action to trigger it, then you would be able to. But because it specifically says you take the magic action, you can't do that at another level spell.
Okay, no problem. Thanks. So can I have another dex save, please?
Make a dex save.
Dex is +2.
13.
I will save the Pokédex. Ha! 21.
Okay, question. Does the pro not feature into this roll?
And no, it's only the... Hold on.
I mean, she's literally pinning him down. How can he dodge it?
Don't you just love 2024 rules?
No, it does not. Prone condition does not say anything about disadvantage on...
Use your logic, DM.
No, it's okay. So, but you still take half damage. Just roll. Just give me a minute.
No problem.
Math is not mathing today. So that is... So 11.5, does that make it 11 or 10?
We round... 11.5 would make
Down.
it... Yeah, we round down, so it's 11.
Okay, so that's only 11 points of damage.
I mean, that's not like it's nothing at this point.
No, but it was like 23!
That's more than some of us have done.
Okay, and then that's Shadow's turn.
Alright. Forlan.
Okay. So Forlan's going to cast as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Compel Duel.
Alright.
Yeah, as a bonus action, Forlan's going to cast Compel Duel. So let me just make sure, You can pop a creature into duel one creature. See, so you must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the target has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you, and it can't willingly move to a space that isn't more than 30 feet away from you. So I tell everybody, hold your attack. What did you roll there?
17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
I feel I attempt to cast the spell, and I feel the grip on my spell immediately lose control, and I say, "Fuck, okay,
Feels
never mind.
okay.
Keep striking at him." And then Forlan's going to take his second action to attack him with the hand axe again.
Alright, that will then be a offhand attack. Answering that it'll be a flat roll unless you have features. You don't have the 2-weapon fighting style, so it will be a flat D20.
So I don't add my hit DC.
No. Not if you're taking on a bonus action and you don't have 2-weapon fighting. It's a flat roll.
Okay. Well, that's not going to hit. 13.
13 will definitely not hit.
Yeah. Yep. Split in my turn. Actually, no. Wait. Fallen's going to. No. Fallen's going to stay there. Fallen's going to stay there.
Right. He is going to use half of his movement to stand himself up out of his prone condition. Yes, he's going to start kind of roll his shoulders back. And he looks at Forlan. Suppose you want me to kill you again, do you? And he will launch into the attacks. The first one will be a dirty 20. This and this. The dirty 20 is going to do 2 points of fire. No fire damage, sorry. 9 points of slashing damage from the first one. His second attack is going to be a 19 to hit for 9 plus 5 is 14 points of damage. He is going to hit his third attack, which is a 18 plus, no, not 18, Wayne. Sorry, maths. It's a 22 to hit on this one, which will be another 14 points of damage, and he's immediately going to action surge to hit another 3 in one motherfucker of a flurry of blows. Okay, that one, okay. 15 to hit, question mark?
No, 15 doesn't hit.
Okay, so the first one that will miss, that will be a 21 to hit for 15 points of slashing damage, and it's another 15, so that one will also miss.
Wait, how much damage is that in total?
I was not counting. I was hoping you were, because I was just trying to keep track of my attacks.
I got up to 14, then you said another 14 damage, I'm assuming?
Yes, there was a second 14, that one I do remember.
So there was a second 14 of damage?
Mm-hmm.
Then you went flow
and then
blows,
I missed, and then I missed 2. of the action surge attacks.
Yeah. So that would be 14 plus 14 is 28 plus, I think you put a 3 there as well because there was an extra 3 on there.
I don't know. I know one of them was a 9 and 2 were 14s. I can't remember what the other one was. Hold on.
No,
Okay.
it's a 9, a 2. It's a 9, 2. No, I know it's 14 plus 14.
Yes. Then there's a 9.
28. Because 9 plus 5 is 14 plus another 14 is 28 plus a 2 or a 3.
It can't be. He's got a plus. Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong one. He's got a plus 5, so the lowest I would have been able to hit is a 6. So take a 6 because I can't remember what the lowest one was.
So that's
so we'll just make it a 1 with the plus 5.
34. It's 34 damage.
Holy fuck.
And Forlan's down.
And
No.
Question. Of the 4 blows that hit you, which was the one that dropped you? Because everyone after that would have knocked off a death save. Because it's an automatic. So that's 2 failed death saves then. Because he hit you with 4 attacks.
Are we still doing death saves?
Yeah, I'm not implementing that new one just yet. I need everyone to be fully comfortable and understanding it, and
Okay.
I also want everyone to be here and not, Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so if 4 attacks hit and the second one dropped you, that means the 2 attacks afterwards would have given you 2 automatic death saves. And
yeah, 2 automatic.
As
Oh
you
my goodness.
do drop
No.
in front of him, you, along with Blaze, technically does still count with as 5 feet away, and Dasan will also take. Where is this? Will take 9 points of fire damage just for being in his radius.
Is that my 3rd death save?
Technically, that would be yes, because that's another hit of damage.
What the fuck?
Dude. I haven't even done any damage.
That's 3.
Alright, he is going to look between the lot of you. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna take him and bugger off. I don't give a fuck about the rest of you. Don't need you. Just need him. Don't worry. I'll bring him back. Eventually. And Visilva, what would you like to do?
Well, now I'm going to try and change my plans. Because I was going to come attack, but now he's going to try to stop him going for Blaze. Can I try not Blaze, but can I try cast Banishment on him?
Sure.
Charisma of 16.
Wisdom.
Charisma.
Charisma. Oh, wow, that is a natural one.
So then he's banished for a minute.
Yeah.
Any chance he's in Aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, or fiend.
Unfortunately not. Alright, he will disappear for a
He's
minute,
just
so
a man.
you will all
So
have...
as I cast, I'm gonna banish him. I'm just gonna go like, guys, we have 1 minute till he's back.
Visilva, your beauty. What the fuck?
Fucking hell.
My last spell, guys. Quickly do something. I'm gonna run to Forlan.
Are we still technically in initiative order
You can act out of initiative order.
for 1 minute?
Yeah.
Can I say I used absorb elements? Forlan's drama just felt like it's not the time and place.
For your...
For that flame
yeah,
thingy
yes,
he
yes,
did.
yes.
Okay.
You can.
Can Shadow please cast Revivify on him?
Wait, don't you have the scrolls?
I do have the scrolls. Okay, hang on. Fucking I can't remember where I put them.
In your bag with all your other things.
Can she please use one of the revivifying scrolls, please?
Sure.
Okay, so Shadow will take a piece of paper, lay it on him, and like almost she's like laying on his chest with her hands on his heart, and just begging whoever. She's just begging them to bring him back.
Give me... I know this is not normally how Revivify works, just give me a medicine check.
You. It is. Hang on. That's a 21.
Hell yeah.
With a 21, you see the spell starts to take. You see what looks like little sprouts starting to sprout over Forlan's wounds. His wounds start almost being sutured up by these little sprouts that just seem to grow along the scars, almost pulling them together. You watch as his chest starts moving very shallowly from the stillness into very shallow breaths. You start to notice the breathing getting faster and a little bit more labored. And you can almost just tell from your medical knowledge that something is going wrong.
No.
It's not seeming to take. He's not dead again, but something doesn't seem right.
I'm out of magic, guys, but we gotta hide him if we can't heal him.
You try casting Healing Word on him and see if that works.
Yeah, sure. Before you use your spell slot, give me a nature check. No. Unless you've already rolled it. But if you haven't, make it Arcana. Discord cut you out there.
It's an 8.
Oh no!
You you feel that something is not right. You can't place it, but you just know. You can almost feel the arcane energy that courses through you, the healing magic faltering. It's as if something is interfering with it. You all watch as Fallen's breathing starts slowing down, and not in the he's taking normal breaths again. But as if he is now struggling to find his breath again. You see this you see the leaves and twigs start kind of like swirling around. More or less in between where Altari and Blaze are. As if there's like a little mini cyclone happening, just gathering storms and not storms, gathering twigs and leaves. And the little cyclone of foliage getting taller and taller, forming itself into a humanoid shape. Standing there seems to be what looks similar to a dryad, a green male-esque humanoid with plant-like features growing out of him. Takes a few steps forward and kneels next to Forlan. Places his hand on Forlan's chest and looks to Shadow as you make eye contact with the creature. You see sorrow in the creature's eyes. I'm truly sorry, you hear in this almost ethereal voice, almost as if there are multiple voices speaking at the same time. Your magic cannot heal him. I can. I can take him to my place of rest, to my sanctuary. It shall take a little bit of time, but I can heal him. He is life force. whatever did this to him is a great evil. One that concerns me.
Do it.
So I was going to say, Shadow, let her do it. We've only got a few seconds before the nightmare comes back. Can't keep him gone for much longer.
Take him. Please, fix it.
The creature moves and like kind of takes your wrists and just like gently moves your hands to take them off of holding onto Forlan before putting her hands back on whatever the creature is. And you see the grass and stuff around Forlan kind of start almost rapidly growing, starting to grow over his legs, vines wrapping over Forlan's body, like these ivy creepers just encapsulating him, wrapping around him. Once he is fully mummified, if you will, in the foliage, the creature stands up and you watch as Forlan kind of just like sinks into the ground, not even leaving a trace of a hole or a ditch or anything, just sinking into the ground as if the plants are just pulling him into themselves. I am the gardener. I am the protector and overseer of this dimension. I am truly sorry for your loss, the loss of this dear friend. However, I can guarantee you, I can bring him back. It is not an easy thing, but I can. I ask nothing in return. I do this in an effort to preserve that which is good, that which, no matter how much it may seem corrupted, no matter how broken it may appear, something that deep down is true, is pure and good. Find me when you're done with what you seek here. Should he be ready before, I will find you. You feel like a gust of wind, a gentle breeze more like just washing over you, and you watch as the gardener kind of just piece by piece gets blown off, carried away in the breeze.
Fault. All my fault.
You could not have seen this coming. How is this your fault?
Guys, we can worry later. He's coming back. Don't know how long. I'm sure it's been a minute.
Not
So through oh, fuck. Through the tears. Shadow is going to cast, because the other spell fell away. She's going to cast Beacon of Hope. So everyone within a 30 feet radius of hers has advantage on wisdom saves and death saving throws, and regains the maximum number of hit points possible for any healing.
damn, nice. As you manage to get that cast off, you see reappearing kind of just as a poof, the flame body of Forlan's former captain appears. He immediately stands up and looks around. Where is he? Where'd
What are you
that
talking
little
about?
bitch go?
You will never lay a hand on him again.
I want to swing at him. No time for words, time for fight.
Says the
Was that
pacifist.
Sure, I'll let Dasan swing at him just before.
Does a 22 hit?
22 will hit. Yes.
He needs to make a DC 15 con save. Or go lie down again.
That's a 24.
No!
Sucks. Do I roll damage?
Wait a minute. Wait.
Yes, you'd still take damage, but not.
Fuck, okay, never mind.
Yeah, just doing calculations. 17 plus 6, so 20, so 17 points of piercing damage and 6 points of fire damage, which he's immune to. Oh. Okay, so 17 points of damage.
Sure. You will take the attack with the trident as he kind of like restables himself. Fine. Be like that. And you see as he reaches for his necklace, pulling it out from under the shirt, you see the pendant of the almost crucifix, the same one that you had seen when being told about the Even Son family. The back-to-back flintlocks made up, or just in front of a blaze hilt. You see as he holds on the pendant and he just tugs down on it 3 times. And he just... You kind of hear like this rushing of wind. He looks and just gives you all this toothy smile. I will find him. Nothing you can do will stop me. And you see as it almost looks as if he gets forcefully yanked back by the hip, like as if something was tied around his waist and somebody just yanked as he just goes flying in a straight line backwards.
What if I wanted to dive towards him and grab the necklace? I won't do that, but what if?
It's a little more than an attack of opportunity reaction.
Oh, maybe I'll go with him.
Are we that bad?
Hey, he almost killed Little Man. I mean, he technically did.
He's in the hands of the Archfey now. Shadow?
I'm obviously glad that my spell got rid of him, but I'm still a bit down that I didn't get a single actual hit in.
Visilva, you changed the tide of everything. You gave us the chance we needed to get Fallen away from him. None of us could have done that. Sometimes strength is not in the brute force, but in, I suppose, outsmarting the other.
I'm still gonna go and hug Shadow.
Shadow? I'm not going to insult you and ask if you're alright, because nothing about this is alright.
Why? Fucking hell, who stands up out of Davy Jones's locker just like that?
Seems there are many mysteries we don't understand.
The one sure thing in life. It was easy. Fucking hell, not again. Please.
I don't even know what to say. I don't know this Archfey, I don't know the Gardener, but I do know that the Archfey command great power. Fallen's life is in the Gardener's hands now. The best we can do is just hope that he can bring him back.
It might be a shame if you don't get to meet him again.
Who? The Gardener?
Your friend. Forlan.
Your friend too.
He's your friend too, Blaze. He was all of our friends. He is all of our friend. And we owe it to him to help him.
It's your fault.
Blaze reaches to the necklace and you just amulet and he rips it off and drops it on the ground. Now we get to why I am here.
You.
What do you mean?
Happened?
What are you saying?
Instincts. Something you cannot reason about. Something that you cannot, can I say, justify. But they are to be trusted.
And you reeked of lies.
Yours. You should have trusted your instincts, Elf. You yourself.
My instincts have yet to fail me. You are cruel to wear the face of a friend.
Visilva's face. Broken. Trail.
Place like he kind of like drags his sword behind him as he walks towards Altari and Shadow.
I'm gonna put my arm out in front of Visilva.
Can
just
I
to, like,
Eldritch blast him?
Sure. Make me an attack roll.
But I still have left. So I do 3 attack rolls.
Yeah, you have to be blast. So,
two?
no, it's 2. You're not at at those levels yet.
2. Right. 2. So it's a 20 and a 27 to hit.
What? The 27 hits.
Okay. As you, in this state of confusion, of anger, of denial, of betrayal, of every single emotion coursing through you right now, you, Visilva, you just look up and you have this moment of not this shit again. I will not. And you hold your arm up and your first shot just flies skew, almost as if you fought yourself for a moment thinking, no, but this is my friend. This is Blaze, and you steel yourself, taking that second shot with your Eldritch energy.
5 damage.
How much?
5.
All of that for a scratch.
Okay, then she's just gonna run at him and try and stab him with her Ikoa, which is what she had out because she was gonna use that.
Okay, go for it.
Can I try and like hold it back?
You can both
Probably
give
because
me.
it's only an 18.
No!
And misses.
Just before that hits, Altari, give me a strength check to see if you can stop the solar.
I'm gonna close my shut sheet. So, wait, which one do I choose now? Is it the saving throw or the one at the top?
The one at the top, the strength check.
Okay. Oh! Me, that's the 6.
You reach out, but the silver is just gone too quick.
Blinky little mink.
Exactly. And then
Essentially, the Silver's just gonna keep trying to attack him until something happens.
I want to try and grab her back again, because I don't know what this entity can do to her, and I don't want it to harm her in any way.
Yeah, if I was a barbarian, I'd be raging. Like, she's just going absolutely feral.
Valiant effort in trying to help me. But you have much to learn, child. Can I like just, can I grab her, but basically like I would say like almost by the throat, and then just like toss it to the side.
Give me a strength check.
What do I roll?
You will roll strength check as all. It will be a contested strength check.
I have no chance.
As soon as I see this, I want to attack him as well.
Is it just pure strength?
Yeah.
11? No, 12. Got a +1.
I rolled 14.
Oh,
You managed to toss it to the side, not quite as easily as you would have thought you could, but you do manage to do it.
like picking up a cat with sharp claws that's trying to like scratch you.
Pretty much is.
I want to attack him again. Don't you touch
Can
her.
I try Toll the Dead?
I'm going to let Altari go first.
I'm striking him with my bow blades. Oh, 15. God damn it, Blaze.
Curse me on my
Blink one of
22
you.
AC. Did you do your second
I'm going to
attack?
attack you again.
Yeah.
That one will fucking hit. 26.
That one will hit.
Oh, that hits.
Thank you. 4? This is
I'm gonna
pathetic.
slash your back. Can I slash your back?
Yeah.
My turn.
Yeah, I'm going to die.
Does a 23 hit?
Yes, Blaze, that hits.
No, I got that. I'm trying not to laugh.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's 14 points of damage.
Weak.
As
I have 2 attacks.
your second one... Okay, so make your second one. All things considered.
12?
Almost as if halted by Altari's exclamation of weak, your second attack only meets one of the blades of her bow. As you hear the metal clink, you feel as if time comes to a stop. Still fully conscious of what is going on, and this is now everybody, still fully conscious of what is going on. Your vision working, your smell, your touch, your taste, everything works. However, you are unable to move, you cannot speak, and you can see what you can as you just like move your eyes around. The leaves that were falling have stopped in place. You see as almost in the trees, the face of the gardener kind of appears, almost, Mufasa in the cloud style. I don't have long. I can't hold this forever. But I managed to get him well enough for a few words. He's still in a very bad way. But he didn't want to go. He didn't want to risk anything without saying something. You see as the gardener's face kind of disappears in the trees, and the vague semblance of Forlan's face appears in the tree line.
See and hear Fallen's voice, and you see Fallen's face as Wayne says, and you hear Fallen's voice, and he says, Blaze, you disappoint me. While it mightn't mean nothing to you now, I once called you friend. Not because I thought I needed to. Over time, I wanted to. Know that your disappointment that you have given me, I will repay in full. My wrath will rain upon you once I return, for I know you are weak. Dasan, though I only know you for a short space of time, I thank you for your kindness. You saw the good, not only in me, but in shadow as well. You gave us hope, even for a little moment. Visilva, you're growing stronger with every step. I see it. The girl you once were, she has grown strong, while your kind heart continues to show the greatest love. The power you have to defend and love all of us remains honorable. Altari, I understand that I may not show appreciation in the same way that most people do. I thank you greatly for the friendship that had started to blossom. Please look after everybody. Make sure everything is okay. Make sure Shadow is okay. To my dear love, Shadow, I'm sorry that I've failed you. I'm sorry I broke my promise to you. But know that when I come back, not even the gods themselves will be able to tear me away from your side. Death itself has no hold of me. As long as you draw breath, as long as I have a way, I will find my way to you and be by your side again. I love you. No matter what, I will always love you. For we still need to conquer the seas together as one. Wait for me, my love. We shall not be apart for long. I love you. And Forlan disappears from the trees.
And that is where tonight's session
Wait,
comes.
what's happening with Blaze now?
Hold on.
Oh. I'm not done.
That is where tonight's session will come to a close, where you see as at the figure of Blaze
Not fucking Blaze.
you watch as Blaze's features melt away, revealing a fey creature standing in his place. And we will pick up next week with another initiative roll.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So thank you to...
Silver's so confused. Is it or isn't it Blaze?
Altari is thieving.
Has he or hasn't he betrayed her?
Just want to
Oh,
say
next week's gonna be fun.
thank you to everyone who joined us, and apologies for the technical difficulties we had tonight. I don't understand what happened. In my pre-stream test, everything worked, and then it just decided to not work. So, but it'll all be sorted by next week, hopefully. Thank you for joining us for a week, Blaze, and I do promise the next time Blaze comes around, it will be Blaze.
Mm-hmm.
I
trust my guts. I don't
it's tied
trust you.
in very nicely with what was happening tonight, and with it being a night that other things were happening, I felt it was a good opportunity to just pile on to things. And we do also, sadly, say, I don't want to say goodbye. We say until we. That even sounds long. We say until we return to Forlan, who is taking a 4-month break from us, because apparently he needs 4 months of breaks from us. But anyway, jokes aside, so he will be stepping out for the next 4 months to pursue a few things in his personal life, and we do wish him all the best, naturally. And
Did anyone have a personal life outside of D&D?
Shameful.
Exactly. And as much
Disappointing.
as we do wish him the best, we do also very
Get back in the
selfishly
basement.
hope that he comes back significantly sooner than he plans. Blaze, as I have mentioned, will be joining us on the odd occasion, and as I said, when he does join us again, it will be Blaze. Next week we will have a schedule, or I'll make an announcement as to when we're going to take a short 2-week break, because myself and I can't remember what I call you on stream, Visilva.
Radioactive rabbit.
There you go. The two of us are going to be out of service for a week, so we're just going to make it a 2-week break so that there's a Tuesday on either side of our not being available, but then we'll just continue as normal. But until then, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for taking time to watch us, whether you're watching this on Twitch Live or whether you're watching the version that gets uploaded to YouTube, which will now be released on Mondays, no longer Tuesdays, just so that you've got time to catch up, that it's not releasing same time as stream, because I was not thinking straight when I did that. Whenever you're watching this, thank you very much, and join us next week, same place, same time here on Twitch. If you are on YouTube, come watch us on Twitch. We stream on Tuesday nights at 7:30. And like I said, video will go live on the following Monday at 7:30. So you got a day. No excuses to be behind. Don't do what almost everybody in this group did and fall 10 years behind on Critical Role. Don't fall that far behind on us, because holy crap, that is a lot of content. But until next week, I wish you all a farewell, and thank you for joining us. And until we see you again, don't forget to have a great week and go and claim some stars. Good night.